Hello and welcome to Musician vs. Musician, a podcast / gig where every week we talk about something related to music.
A thing.
It's a band, it's a genre, it's an instrument.
That could be fun.
Yeah. We should do the history. Oh my goodness, we should do the history of an instrument.
Yeah, we should.
That would
something that's irrelevant to both of us. We'll do a completely random
The
instrument.
harpsichord.
Okay. Is it just because we've both been watching Hannibal?
Yeah. It's really good. Everyone go watch Hannibal.
Yeah.
So this week we're back to talking about bands.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
No, you can go first.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about a big band. They recently released their 4th studio album.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, you can't make me guess this week because you've already told me.
I told you to make sure that you didn't do the same band.
As if I'd ever do the same band.
You might. I've got a game for this band as well at the end.
Okay.
Because surprisingly, considering they've been going since 2005.
Yeah.
13 years. They don't have that, long or traumatic a history.
Huh.
There's not a huge amount to talk about. But who we're talking about... So I've done what I usually do, and I phrased the first paragraph as a bit of
Okay.
a guess,
I mean, to be fair, you still haven't said who it is. So
That's
for
true.
anyone that listens, it's still
because they've got the title of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
They've read
do you put it in the title?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that actually people who want to listen to the specific histories can find it.
That does make sense, but for some bizarre reason, I never listened to them.
I mean, Slipknot was a bit of a slow burn.
Okay.
We only got 2 listens initially, and then it just slowly built up after a while. I guess because maybe it wasn't a classic one. All our classic ones do a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, today we're talking about Halestorm. You know from the title. You know because I told you.
Yeah.
So, back in 1997, siblings RJ and Elizabeth had been actively writing and performing original music. They were 10 and 13 years old. Elizabeth started learning piano at the age of 5.
Which one's the older one?
Going by the way I've structured this, RJ should be the 10-year-old and Elizabeth should be the 13-year-old.
Okay.
Otherwise it wouldn't make sense for me to do it in that order. But maybe not. Who knows? Elizabeth started learning piano at the age of 5 and later progressed to the worst instrument imaginable.
Guitar?
No.
Oh, is that just because you play it?
No, I like guitar. What's the worst instrument imaginable that I hate?
That you hate. I just thought you meant in general.
No. Insult guitars.
I just wanted to simultaneously rag on everyone I know. I actually don't know where you're going with that. What do you hate?
The keytar.
Oh, yeah, you do hate the keytar, don't you?
I hate it so much. One day we'll get into why.
Honestly, you hate the keytar so much that
it's the worst instrument. And if you play it, I hate you. You personally, the one who's listening. So she progressed to the worst instrument, the guitar. RJ, though, he just learned drums. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, he didn't learn anything else.
Okay.
He was lazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Men.
Drummers.
Elizabeth then took guitar lessons at 16, which is a weird path for me. She literally progressed, in minute stages.
The Venn diagram of instruments. She actually did it.
Yeah,
you can have piano, you can have guitar, you can have keytar.
And she did all.
She's gone.
She got the handle of the keys, I guess, and then she was like, right, I need the keys, but I also want to do it standing up.
Yeah, I want to look closer to cool.
Well, no, by that
no, but you know
point,
what I mean.
You're the worst. You're further away from cool.
Yeah, but you don't look you know what I mean, because you can stand up and you can interact and stuff. Whereas if you're playing piano, you can look very sophisticated. You can look really good, but you can't look cool playing the piano.
No, I guess you can look sexy.
You can
look sophisticated.
You can look really good, but it's not cool.
Yeah, you're right. So anyway, she then took guitar lessons. Mm-hmm. And the teen siblings did what you should never do as children, which is release their own EP.
Yeah, that's...
I think we should try and find it right now. Let's see if we can... You want to see if we can find it?
I honestly can't be bothered, but...
Okay. Well, tell you what, you look it up whilst I'm reading.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right?
Team effort there.
So it's an EP titled Don't Mess with the Time Man.
With the Time Man?
Yeah, 2 words, Time Man. Not it doesn't even have a comma, so it's not Don't Mess with the Time Man.
It's literally...
It's Don't Mess with the Time Man.
Okay.
In 1999. And in 2003...
According to this, don't mess with those in brackets.
Alright, okay. Click on it.
Yeah, okay. I expected that to be a lot harder. I literally just Googled it and it was there. And it's giving me, like, the tracks.
Do you want to just put it over the speaker? We won't bother, like, stopping the podcast
okay,
for this.
the main one is called Time Man, obviously.
Let's see what this sounds like.
Yeah, that was not hard to find at all.
That's true. I probably should have done, like, 2 minutes of research on that.
Good morning, Miss Hale.
Good morning. Top floor, please.
Going down.
This is dumb.
Well, kids made it. They're 16, actually. They're too old to be this lame. It's still going with this tick.
Look at the album art. Go away.
Oh, wow.
The album art is them in what looks to be a lift shaft.
It looks like...
I'm just gonna...
You know, if you search Taylor Momsen, you get an image of her, like, standing in the doors of a lift, like, looking really sexy. It looks like that, but, like, 2 children trying to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so... Well, how good that was. We didn't even get to the singing.
I just... No.
Oh, computer, hold on. Right. In 2003, Joe Hottinger joined the band. And originally, Elizabeth and RJ's father, Roger, played bass for the band.
That's quite sweet, actually.
That's pretty cool. Before Josh Smith joined in 2004. He took over. He was like,
fair.
Oh, hold on, my Word document's popping up. Chill out. Yeah, I get you. No worries, man. Okay, cool. Sorted. I talked to my documents.
That's fair.
That's what just happened. So, that completed the titan of music that is Halestorm.
You know, when you told me you were gonna... Because I'm not sure why you told me in advance with that one. Because
I think there was a reason initially, and I can't remember why.
I honestly have no idea.
No, there was...
But I really wanted to... Like, in preparation for you doing Halestorm, I really wanted to do the band Halestorm, just so we'd have the most confusing episode to ever happen, but I didn't have a sufficient amount of time.
So, you definitely had 10 minutes to...
Oh no, to be fair, if I was going to do Halestorm, like, I'm going to do them at some point and it's going to be good. Halestorm are pretty fun.
Alright, so... 2005, 2011, Halestorm signed a recording contract with Atlantic Records, 2005. They released a live EP titled One and Done.
I mean, that's not really true, is it? As they've
No.
already done one.
Yeah, so 2 and still going.
Yeah, 2 and I can't stick to my word.
We'll probably make more.
Yeah.
The EP is no longer in print, but it featured an early live version of It's Not You, which I don't think you know the song.
Well, no.
It's not you.
You can keep singing it, I'm still not going to know it.
Oh, that's just for the listeners. Their self-titled debut album was released in 2009. What was the album called?
Why would I know that?
I just told you the clue.
I wasn't listening.
It was a self-titled debut album.
Then I feel like I don't have to.
What was it called?
No.
It was called No.
It was called
That's right.
No.
Both the song... So it wasn't really self-titled at all. It was self-titled in the sense that they titled it themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
It was self-titled in the way that anyone can title it however you want.
It's
self-titled.
It's a blank space
And it's
where
just
you
whatever
write
you
in
want it
the
to
name.
be, yeah. Can we do
That's
that?
actually genius. That's
We should
actually really funny.
The self-titled album
That's-
is whatever you want it
I
to be
actually
called.
really like that idea.
Shall we do
can
that?
talk about that off mic because that's really funny. That would continue our streak of amazing. I'm so into that. You have no idea.
I really like the amount of the way that our songs go. All the songs are very serious to the eye, and then behind the scenes they're very silly, and then all of the album titles are really silly. Like
Well, this needs some more cowbell. Followed up
by self-titled, which is very literal.
by Wild Abyss, dotted lines.
Yeah.
So it's
How easy would the album artwork be? It's just white.
It's funny because I've put a lot of effort into finding the right image for the next album artwork,
And we just don't
then
want
it's just ruined by this just dotted line across it. The song "I Get Off" serves as the album's lead single.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite Hailstorm songs.
Okay.
I just feel bad when my favorite songs from an artist is off their first album.
Okay.
It feels like I'm not a real fan.
Or you're the alpha fan. Because you can be the ones I liked them back in the day type of
I didn't
person.
like them back in the day. I just like them back in the day.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know of them back in 2009.
Yeah, I guess.
I get off on you. That's the song.
Okay.
Both the song and the video for their second single, It's Not You, which they did a live version of before. It was released in 2009. I actually think the best song on the album is only available on the expanded edition, which is called... The song is called Conversation Over. I think I played it for you.
Probably.
Conversation Over. I played it for Lou, and he didn't like it as much as me, but that's normal. On March 22nd, 2011, Halestorm released an EP called Reanimate, containing a bunch of cool covers of like pop songs and stuff.
Okay.
They do pretty good reimaginings of them.
Okay. I'm not really sure what to... Like, nice.
Well, yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that they do that in between their regular albums.
To be fair, it's nice to be able to emulate something, but in your own way. So, fair play.
So, on January 24th... Yep, there's the words I wrote down.
Okay.
Yes. Because for some reason I think it's important. 2012, Halestorm released the EP Hello, It's Ms. Hyde. Their second full-length album, The Strange Case of... was released in 2012.
Okay.
Are you confused by how I did that?
Yeah.
But there's a pause after of. It's not The Strange Case of. It's The Strange Case of... And then you continue the conversation.
Can I see that written down?
Yeah. The Strange Case of...
That's upsetting.
Yeah, it's very confusing when you're trying to find the EP and you like type it into the search and it gives you the dots and you're like, well, yeah, but The Strange Case of what? What am I getting to?
Strange case of you don't get to know.
Exactly, you know. See, on that EP, they do the song Ms. Hyde, MZ Hyde, but they say Mrs. Hyde.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I'm not one to complain about what I think is a really good song. No, I am. That's my thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's your whole thing. Also, that's not what you're doing. You're picking holes in the name.
It's just very strange. It should be Mrs. Hyde.
Yeah.
That works better. Sorry, Lizzie Hale, give me a call and we'll talk about names, okay?
I'm just saying, if that happened, you'd probably actually jizz yourself.
I wouldn't know what to say. I've met one celebrity in my life.
What celebrity was that?
Jenna Coleman from Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
Clara, yeah. And I legit could not say any words to her.
I met a woman in the Pit and Pounded in Nottingham that used to work with her, and apparently she's a tool.
Really? That's not surprising.
Yeah, apparently, because she worked on the set of Doctor Who, and I only believed her because she did have pics, to be fair, and she used to really get on with Peter Capaldi because apparently he's pretty good like that, and he hated her as well. And
really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Not. I feel like
exclusive. This is breaking news for all the Doctor Who podcasts out there.
Yeah, he didn't seem to like. To be fair, like she proved that she worked there and had met them. She didn't prove that any of this story was real. But apparently, on the same day, someone hit her in a fan thing.
Goodness gracious.
Which I like to believe. I just thought I'd share that with you.
I met her at a Doctor Who convention in 2013.
Okay.
And I paid money to have my picture taken with her, and I was I'm going to be really cool.
Do you have the photo?
I actually do have it upstairs. But I've kept it off social media.
I was going to say, can we just have it up on the screen?
No, I've kept it off. I don't want it on there. It's not for anyone else, because I look really embarrassed. Because I'm there in like a tweed jacket, which is the most I could do to dress up. I didn't want to commit. And I couldn't... We missed out on meeting Matt Smith, which is very upsetting to me.
Yeah.
But I went up to me and she's like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" I was like, for the podcast listeners, I'm just nodding. I couldn't say anything. My and then the guy who's taking a picture said, "Hey, nice smile, guy." I was like, "Well, I don't know what to do with my face now. What is it doing?"
Help me! Don't watch me drown.
Oh, it's very embarrassing. But anyway, back to whatever we were talking about, Halestorm. On October 29th of 2012, they were announced as support for Bullet for My Valentine on their UK tour.
Oh, I hate Bullet for My Valentine. I hate them.
See, I included this because I thought I'd get an opinion out of you, and I didn't know what it would be.
Fun fact, did you know that Harry used to go out with one of the members?
No.
And there's someone
Johnny
else...
Valentine?
There's someone else I'm going to tell you off mic. Don't forget to ask.
Alright, okay. You know all the members of Bullet for My Valentine are named, they each put a name into the words Bullet for My Valentine?
Did they?
Yeah. So there's Johnny Bullet, Jimmy 4, Terrence the, and Gregory Valentine.
Oh
shit! I got it wrong.
Valentine.
I got my terrible lie wrong.
And that's how I know you're lying.
But yeah, true story. In December 2012, before Lizzie was starting her piano ballad Break In on stage. So break in. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. Guitarist Joe Hottinger ran to her and told her that Love Bites, ... brackets, so do I, close brackets, was nominated for a Grammy.
Okay.
Interestingly, for you, a woman, Halestorm are the first female-fronted band to be nominated and win in the category Best Hard Rock / Metal Performance.
Okay.
If we won, that would still be true. Mainly because we didn't come first, and also because we're not female-fronted.
Yeah, I was going to say, that realistically, none of that applies.
Like, the only applicable thing was the word band.
Band and female, that's all we've got.
I enjoyed that. In April 2013, Halestorm reached the top of the Billboard Hot Mainstream Rock Track charts.
What a mouthful that is.
I couldn't get through it. For the first time with their single Freak Like Me. You're a freak like me. There you go. And at the end of the year 2013, they released their second covers album entitled Reanimate 2.0, in which they have, like, our guitarist's favourite version of their colour, which I think is Bad Romance. And now we're going to, like, burn through stuff. There's, like, no more history in here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we've just had that discussion, haven't we, of, like... we've both accidentally picked bands with not a lot of history this
I
year,
assumed Halestorm would have a lot. But they don't have a lot of drama. It's weird.
Fair play.
So Into the Wildlife, their third album, was released in 2015. And in 2017, they released Reanimate 3.0, another covers album. You gotta wonder, why are they continuing to name it Reanimate? Come up with a better name.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a really terrible name, because, like, how many other albums are called that? You know?
It's pretty boring. And then July 27th of this year, 2018, for anyone who's listening in the future. Why are you listening? Vicious was released. The band delayed the release a lot. Apparently Lizzie threw out the first 15 songs they made for the album because they weren't good enough.
Oh, that's so gonna be you in a couple of years.
I can believe that. I mean, is that a bad thing?
I don't know, it depends, because if you've just gone off the bloody deep end and you're just like, no, I don't like it anymore because reasons, then yeah, that's big-ish.
You have more sway over me than the other band members, so
True.
yeah.
True.
See,
that's everyone thinks you're the front deal. I'm the
puppet master. Yeah, definitely. I believe that. I'm telling people now. Hey, you know your friend Aiden added me on Facebook?
Okay.
Hi, Aiden. Why did you add me?
I was going to say, he almost definitely doesn't listen to this, but Aiden, you should add him on Facebook because his Facebook's the funniest thing.
Well, yeah, I did. I confirmed it.
Oh, God. It's all shit posting.
I mean, he did insult like 6 people the other day.
Honestly, don't expect to see anything serious. He posted something serious the other day and all the comments were like, sorry, Aiden, you have an actual opinion about something. Mostly it's just like... like just on
I'm gonna bleep that. You know, I bleeped out something you said last week.
Did you?
Yeah, I just picked something random and bleeped it out.
I was gonna say you just picked something stupid. Like, you don't get to say that.
I thought it was really funny. Anyway, I got some fun facts.
Okay.
It was rumoured that Lizzie and Taylor Momsen hate each other.
Okay.
When asked about it, they said they didn't know each other well enough to hate each other, and that guys tend to be a bit cattier on the road than they do.
Okay.
I can believe that. Lizzie's spelling comes from a fan homaging Ozzy Osbourne. It's spelled L-Z-Z-Y.
I was going to say, you mean, it's just Ozzy.
Yeah. Fans addressed her as such, so she kept it. Lizzie is bisexual and has been having an on-off-again relationship with Joe Hottinger. And also, on Vicious, she wrote a song about having a threesome, which I saw an article published the other day where it was like, Lizzie Hale making rock music sexy again.
I mean, I just feel like it's weird considering this band started with her and her brother. Like, this is a family band. Like,
yeah, they're playing at Chuck E. Cheese.
And then her dad used to be the bassist, and it's just like, this has turned into some weird territory.
We don't know who the threesome was with, so...
Well, I didn't assume it was them.
Yeah, I've listened to the song. It's pretty good. It prompted my guitarist to message me saying, "Oh man, this album's super sexual." Like that was the only feedback Lou gave me for a while.
I feel like Lou is a little bit more susceptible to that kind of thing than we are.
You did whine 2 seconds ago about being a precious flower and needing to keep sex out of rock music.
Did I?
Yeah, 2 seconds ago.
No idea what you're talking about.
2 seconds ago. You just had a whine about how Halestorm was a family band.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. I mean that it's weird that they've done both. Like...
Well, you gotta do both.
I just feel like if the Jackson 5 had come out with a sex song, people would be like, what's going on here, you know?
It's a sex song about the 5 members as well. They don't know who they're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, it's about another set of 5 people.
Who are you talking about? You know what though? Taylor Momsen was bringing sexy back into rock before Halestorm did it. So articles, what are you talking about? Like, people have... no offense to Lizzie Hale, but she didn't bring sex back into rock music recently.
I don't think it ever left.
I think what the article said specifically was like, it made it a song that isn't embarrassing. But I was like, no, you put any female-fronted rock band and they can get away with singing about sex without it being embarrassing.
Also, a lot of men pull it off.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of men don't.
Yeah.
But a lot of men do. Like, I just don't...
I couldn't pull it off.
Like, the whole thing is sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It never left. It just... I don't feel like it ever was an issue.
I don't feel like I'm giving her credit for that. I'll give her credit for a lot of things, but
not for that, no.
Gibson Guitars have made 2 Lizzie Hale signature guitars, both Explorers. One white and gold, one black and gold. I don't know if you've seen them.
I have.
What do you think?
I haven't really got a major opinion on most guitars.
Okay.
Because I just don't care.
That's fair.
Normally I think of how practical they are, which is normally not very because I'm not the right size for a guitar.
Well, that's my report on Halestorm. Guys, where's the drama?
The drama is the weird allusions to incest we've just made.
We'll
force it.
Slipknot took an hour to do.
Oh god, you didn't shut up about Slipknot.
Yeah, and we didn't, I didn't even fucking brush the surface with those guys. They are crazy.
Yeah. They're cool though.
Yeah. Halestorm, I like you guys a lot. There you go. That's your report. That's what you get. Lizzie Hale, if you're listening, give me a call about song names. That's still on the table. You need help, I think.
Oh god.
No, I'm kidding. Please don't call me and tell me off for telling you about song names. Go for it then, dude.
Okay.
Your turn.
So my band is not a very big band at all this week. I think they've sort of had their sort of kick-off lately then. They're called Mortishead, which is a cool name.
That was a cool name.
To be honest, that was the first thing that I was like, what? That's a weird name.
That's a name that you'd like.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't remember it at first because I was like, that's not a very memorable name, but I remembered that they had a weird name, you know? So I had to go and find out, but it was, turns out that the name comes from, that they're from Portishead, which is a really boring connection. And then, see, what they've said is that it's half that's where the original members were from. And it's half because mortis means death in Latin, so that they joined them. I feel like they found that out after. They were like, yeah, that's why.
We totally know our rudimentary Latin.
Oh, that's why it is. We gave a shit. It's a lie. So I saw these Bloodstock on the weekend. They were on the Sophie Lancaster stage. I didn't know what the deal was with it, to be honest, with the whole stage, because obviously this is quite a young band relatively. So there's not a lot of history in it. I was like, why is there a band called a stage at the whole festival called the Sophie stage? And I've seen loads of Sophie Lancaster things. I didn't know what the deal was. Are you aware of that?
No, although I feel like it's probably something to do with someone who's dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was not... Well, it wasn't in my world at the time. It was more likely to be
shit, dude, I didn't put any Halestorm on.
You can suggest them.
Okay. You know what? A quick breeze through Halestorm songs off the top of my head so that I don't have to put any in the edit. Oh, I miss the misery. I like it heavy. What else we got? I guess that's it, right? There you go.
Clearly, those are the important ones.
Yeah.
So the whole deal with the Sophie Lancaster thing is she was a girl that was walking.
Ooh, that's weird.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was walking through town with her boyfriend in 2007.
Oh, yeah, he was Johnny Bullet, right? From
that's...
the band Bullet for the Valentine.
No, he was Kimmy the
Oh,
Bullet for the Valentine.
Nice.
Yeah, they were walking together and they were attacked and effectively she was beaten to death.
We should not have joked about this. You should have stopped me.
Well, to be fair, it's nice or it's not a whole she's dead. We all have to. It's a sacred thing. It's taken a very nice place, I think, for a really bad thing to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that they could really point to as to why they were attacked was because they were goths. They were alternative, and stuff like that happens. Not normally to that severity. She wasn't killed at the time, but they.
Although back in the 70s when we were talking about the Sex Pistols, it was pretty common.
Yeah, but this is 2007.
Yeah,
she was beaten, was taken into hospital, she was in a coma, and she died, I think, 13 days later. From that, I get the impression that the boyfriend survived, but no one talks about him, because we don't care, on the whole. But yeah, it was actually her mother that set it all up, by the sounds of it, because she recognised that she was into that, basically, and...
she set up Bloodstock?
No, she set up the whole Sophie Lancaster thing, because it's not just a Bloodstock thing. I've seen it in other places, like Sophie Lancaster, or they do the whole Sophie, but as an acronym, because I thought it was an acronym because they do put points between everything. So it was like, oh yeah, it just stands for something, and they've gone, cute Sophie stage.
Yeah.
No, it's a real thing, and they turned it into a really big charitable endeavour.
Okay.
Like, they'll go around and they'll sell Sophie Lancaster wristbands and stuff, so it's kept into a really cool place.
So she's probably made bank off this, right?
I mean, possibly, yeah.
Right,
I mean,
so...
it was a memorial fund, officially.
Okay, so if we killed you...
Yeah, okay, I'd be up for that.
Alright, we could play so many... Oh, no, you know what? We'd never find a decent drummer
I was
again.
going to say, are you going to, like...
You gotta kill an expendable member of the band.
We don't really have any expendable members at the moment.
Well, you can find a lot of guitarists.
Lou, we're coming for you. It's not that you're expendable, it's that you're the most expendable.
Sorry,
we're going to get so many angry messages after this.
Sorry, Lou. It's the worst thing.
Yeah. So, basically, their whole deal was they started in 2014. They played the Metal to the Masses in Bristol in 2015, and they won.
Oh, for the record, we're back talking about Mortishead, not talking about Sophie.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so they won, and yeah.
Oh, they won Metal to the Masses.
Yeah, so they played so they have, in Bloodstock, they have the New Blood stage, which is the whole stage that's dedicated to all of the winners of Metal to the Masses. Gotta say, it's not much smaller than the other stage, than the main stages. They actually, I've taken some photos specifically to show you the level that they take into account with it. Like, they really do support the younger bands there. I was very impressed with that, actually.
That's pretty awesome. Maybe we should go there next year, because if they're supporting younger bands, that's worth doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't afford to go like a shit ton of festivals, so...
To be fair, I'm not sure if you'd based on you as a person, I'm not sure you'd get on with a whole weekend there.
Oh, no. I was thinking a day. I'll do a day.
I'll be very surprised if we don't go again. To be honest, it's so much cheaper than the other festivals, and to be honest, so much better.
Yeah.
But what you could do is that you could get a day ticket, and then if you...
I could do 2 days. I reckon I could do 2 days.
You can't buy... Well, you buy a day ticket or a weekend ticket.
I'll just do the weekend, and then just go for 2 days.
Right. Yeah. So, because to be fair, early birds are it's $125 a ticket, which for a weekend for a festival, and that's 4 days camping.
Yeah. I can always go away and come back as well.
Well, yeah, it's so close.
I don't live very far away.
Yeah, so it's very convenient like that, and it was actually really good for the younger bands. So yeah, they played there, but obviously it was Melt to the Mass in 2015. So after playing on the New Blood stage in 2015, they invited them back for this year, and they played the next stage up, which is the Sophie Lancaster stage. And to be fair, they nailed it. They had pyros and everything. Apparently they were really excited about that.
That's the fucking dream.
I know.
I really want to get... see, with our style of music, we're never going to be able to get super, super intense. We're never being able to set each other on fire. But I would like to do that.
I will. Yeah. I don't care.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, so this is the part where I butcher a lot of pronunciations because they've got quite funny names.
Most people say pronunciation.
I'm Welsh, sorry, what do you want?
I know, it's just funny that you butchered the pronunciation.
Well, that doesn't count, that's an accent difference.
Say it again?
Pronunciation.
You said it a different way this time.
I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Right. So.
Like, I saw her face, like, drop as she was like, I'm kind of half thinking about how I say it now.
Yeah, I'm aware of it now. Don't break this for me. Is this code for you know that I haven't got a lot on this, so you're just going to be a pain for the whole thing?
No, I genuinely thought it was fun.
Right, help me pronounce things.
Okay.
So there's...
Pronounce. No, that's not. Don't say it like that.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
So the singer, affectionately known as Luke the Bastard, prefers to go by this instead of singer.
Cacophonist.
That is his title.
Okay.
He doesn't like singer.
That's, I guess, douchier than... I like to say vocalist. So...
Honestly, this is all done on purpose. We've got Richard and his surname I can't say.
Nasmith?
Yeah. Just says Kit. I assume that means drums.
Yeah, I guess that's drums.
It says Thrash Dalton, but I thought it was a spelling error on something when I first saw it because it's spelt thrash with only the A in the middle, capitalized. I assume, but I've seen it on so many things that I think his name is just Ash now, and I think that they've gone, yes, this is a cool way to put it together.
Yeah, definitely.
They haven't said which one is lead and rhythm guitar. I couldn't really tell. They
might
swap.
Not. Yeah, they might not have one feature role. You know.
Yeah,
that's what we're moving towards, right?
Yeah, so there's Thrash Dalton and Jake Riley on guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Shaw Odell.
Shaw Odell, yeah.
Yeah, on bass, and Nick Slippers looks Sir Richard on keys.
I mean, we got better nicknames.
I don't know, Slippers is pretty
good. Slippers is pretty good, but we have Peaches in ours.
Yeah, but he didn't really even, like, I don't even remember how that happened.
It's because Peaches is Turkish for bastard.
Yeah. Okay, well, I didn't know that, yeah.
Our old guitarist was learning Turkish, and so he would just try and converse with Lou in Turkish.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you know. It's not Hungarian, which is what I'm learning, but whatever.
You're the most pretentious person I've ever met.
And Spanish at the same time, just saying. I'm really great.
And he's shit at both of them.
I'm pretty shit at both.
Okay. So I thought, so they've only actually got 2 EPs and 1 single out, which I was disappointed by because I was like, sorry, I've just discovered you. I want to listen to everything you've ever made, and it's only taken me like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But they have been featured in the Metal Archives. I don't know if you've seen.
Cool.
Yeah, if you've messed about on that. That's a cool website, and they are on it. There's not a lot on there, but they are on there.
That's decent.
So the first EP, something else I can't pronounce, looks like Gornado instead of Tornado.
Yeah.
I
call that Gornado.
Oh, and I realised that it was probably supposed to be Tornado as I was saying it because I've spent all day looking at that being like because I didn't know how to pronounce it.
You couldn't even get the right syllables.
Yeah, when I go, I really go. Which has the tracks on it. What tracks? Track names are 1, All Seeing Fuck, 2, Eat Shit or Die Trying, and 3, Gornado. So you get an idea.
Are they on YouTube?
Yeah, they're on pretty much all the major ones.
Do you want us to give it a listen?
I think we'll go through all of them and then we'll listen to
you
a
pick
couple.
one, okay, cool.
So then they released the EP Totality, which has the tracks on it. I've Spent My Nights Terrified, Shitstorm, A Slaved, Asleep, Totality, and Executive Order, and their 1 single Blood Drive. So I think we can just try... I think we should probably try, like, the title tracks of 2. Should we try?
That's fine.
So
do you want to do them now or do you want to finish the report?
Should we do it at the end?
Yeah, do it at the end.
Yeah, we'll end on it. We never do that. And there's not a lot in the way of history because they've only been about since, like, very late 2014. Realistically, 2015. And considering they've kicked off really quickly, like... They're not big, but they are playing Bloodstock. That's a festival at the end of the day.
I mean, how are we judging big these days? You know, they must be getting decent. We'll see the YouTube video. Maybe they're doing better than you think.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't watched the videos. I've listened to the songs.
There you go.
Yeah. They have some fun reviews, which is mostly what I looked through because I was like, there's not a lot going on, but they've been reviewed by some pretty big companies.
Okay.
Metal Addicts reviewed them when they were doing Metal to the Masses.
Jeez.
Which I've done these in chronological order so you can see like how they're picking up, which is kind of fun. So they've said, UK's Mortishead dominated the battle of the bands held by Hobgoblin to decide who would take the New Blood stage at this year's Bloodstock. I held these fellows as favourites and they delivered. I knew they would come out on top. So we're getting off pretty good considering they've been about maybe 6 months to a year at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty banging. Metal Hammer then featured them
Ooh,
after that.
That's very cool.
Because they played the New Blood stage, they featured them in Bloodstock's New Blood stage top 10 bands to keep an eye on.
Sweet.
Pretty banging. That'd be up there. It's the description that they gave of them from that was, no, that rubber-faced troll from Norway has not formed a hip-hop collective. Instead, Mortishead are a hideous, mutant metal crew with nothing short of an annihilation on their agenda. Dark, disturbing, and laudably groovy, their slamming, bowel-rattling onslaught bridges the gap between the state-of-the-art aggression and something more ugly, perverse, and arcane.
Alright, this sounds heavy. Is this Slipknot kind of heavy?
It's not the same kind of... It's industrial.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what I can... I think we should probably... Should we just listen to them?
Alright,
because it'll be easier.
Cool.
Let me try
Alright,
to
so
explain.
tell me what song we're going to put on before
we can listen... We'll listen to Totality.
Totality. Here we go.
So what did you think of that?
Yeah, dug it. Although it's never going to be like 100% my thing, not enough melody. But
the
I would
vocal style and stuff is really not you.
but I like it, so that's something. I mean, I've been listening to so much Slipknot recently that I
suppose,
am very into this kind of thing right now.
Yeah.
It's still not enough melody to really tickle me, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. So.
Yeah.
That's something. And they had a cool video.
Yeah, they did have, to be fair, they did have a good video. I wasn't expecting it to be quite as seemingly high budget as it was then.
And very clearly, like, cool metal.
Yeah.
They've got a cool vibe to them.
Yeah. They're not like...
I always describe metal as it's kind of, like, vaguely intimidating in some ways.
That's the point, isn't it? Like, yeah, it does live up to that, to their credit. Yeah. So they actually toured with Flesh God Apocalypse. I'm not sure if you know them. They're actually quite a big metal band.
Okay. They got a good name.
They have got a good name. I didn't know if you'd have heard of them, to be honest, because they do tour a lot. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know how they got it, but it would, from assumption, would be from playing stuff like Melt to the Masses and getting reviewed and things like that, because they haven't done that many big gigs aside from that, but they did do a full tour with them, supporting them. Presumably that did them good. I
You
feel
make friends, don't you? You do these bigger gigs, you make more friends.
It's the point, isn't it? Yeah, just get on with all the peoples. But yeah, they are considerably bigger than them and have probably done them a really good job. I don't actually like Flesh God Apocalypse that much though, considering.
Hey, you ever think that we've pissed off too many people at this point?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
Like, there's just... Sometimes in the back of my head, and then you think about all the really big rock stars and how everyone hates them.
Yeah.
Like, just no one's free from it as much as they'd like to have you think that. I feel like you'd appreciate they've got a very good description of themselves. I was disappointed to learn that it is the same description on every social media, but it is a very good one nonetheless. So I thought I'd share that with you. Mortishead bludgeoned their way onto the metal scene in mid-2014 and have since been leaving a trail of smashed stages, ringing ears and the bewildered faces of people wondering what brutality they bore witness to. They're essentially a six-piece dark parody of an authoritarian and malevolent totalitarian regime. The overall depiction of the band is an aggressive, condescending, militant/dystopian superpower within the world. They wear armbands emblazoned with their band's insignia, the M logo. Guitarist, drummer and bassist have the air of enforcers, the violent ones that do the dirty work, clad in their black combat trousers and boots and black shirts. Luke the Bastard, the vocalist, by contrast, is well dressed in his suit. He is the official, the leader. He gives the orders and is the face of the regime. The reality of the world is that most of the evil and ill is mentioned in us. They all, in fact, wear suits. Then there is the samples player. He's something else, almost the hellish representation of all that is dark and ill-mentioned in all people. The thing that drives fear and negativity and the desire to do wrong. The dark side of the yin and yang, left unchecked by its light side that has become absent. A blank, lifeless face, masked in a black trenchcoat. He's the infection, a puppet master, like a word that I can't say. I can't pronounce that.
Where am I looking?
There.
Cordyceps.
That's a good word. What does that mean?
Cordyceps fungus is... did you ever play The Last of Us?
I'm aware of it, but I haven't played it.
So there's a fictional version of the cordyceps fungus in that turns people into zombies. It's basically a really horrible fungus that like attaches and grows into the brains of ants and other insects. watch something that's really fucked. It's horrible. It's really hard. And they basically like turns it. They got the idea because it turns the people in Last of Us into zombies, but it basically
Is it? Yeah, that's the
it
one.
keeps the animal functionally enough so that it can feed, but
yeah, it's not really aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
it's real. I'm getting grossed out thinking about it.
Yeah. So he's the puppet master, like a cordyceps fungus that
nice.
controls the minds of those around him. Their sound includes, but not limited to, elements of industrial, thrash, groove, and sludge, combined to recreate the sound of boots stamping on human skulls, and is fast becoming one of Bristol's most exciting musical exports.
Jesus.
With teeth-cutting riffs and a dominating stage presence, Mortishead are asserting themselves as a powerful movement, headed by 6 brutal bastards.
Hey, just to contrast, for the next few songs that we've been thinking of, my imagery has been like, I really like sunsets. So
Is that actually where you've been?
that's literally the thematic resonance driving through the next few songs I've written
Yeah.
is the
Wow.
image of a sunset.
That's tragic.
Yeah, I really would like to dress the band at some point though, so that we actually have kind of a band uniformity.
Yeah, we do need to have some level of
Because we're looking too disparate. And these guys, that was something I meant to mention actually. They look like a band. They look like musicians.
Yeah.
You know.
They all match.
Yeah, it looks intense. So
It was actually quite interesting to see that a singer on stage, and because they'd have the shirt and tie on and stuff, and it's just like, it's not even much. It's just enough to be like, oh, I'll remember that. You know?
I mean, I've seen singers in suits before, but it's cooler when it's contrasted with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really like that little bit of info there. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Super douchey, which is why I like it. But actually kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I dig it. I
But
dig it a
yeah,
lot.
because they weren't that well advertised, certainly. But then a lot of the Bloodstock's second stage is not very well advertised.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's a pretty small festival. But then, I just happened upon them, was not doing anything. I was like, oh yeah, let's just go stand at that stage. I was like, I like these. These can be friends.
Yeah.
What? They did have fire. Fire was cool. No one died.
Oh, that's sad.
Slightly disappointing, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
gonna have to. I think we're looking. We were looking at watching them for touring and stuff, because if they came local, I definitely watch them again.
Cool.
Really enjoyed, but they don't seem to have much booked until like January. Because to be fair, if I played a festival that big, I'd be like, I deserve a break.
Mm-hmm.
Worst time to do it, but I'd feel like I did.
Yeah. Well, so you made some friends.
I mean, I didn't talk to any of them,
Sure, but you.
but I looked at them and was like, I want to be friends.
Okay. Well, isn't that what friendship is?
I think that's called stalking.
Yeah, it's not what friendship is.
That's not what friendship is at all. Please don't tell people that.
Right. That's the end of that, right?
Yeah. They're really cool.
Good
That's what
stuff.
I thought. Yeah.
Okay, what a good, informative week we've had.
Yeah, we've had a new band. Because to be fair, as you say, obviously the ones with the bigger bands, more people will know. But to be honest, I wanted to share them. I thought they were really cool.
Hey, maybe we should make that a thing, actually. Maybe every now and again we should do a bit on...
Yeah, I would like to make a point of doing that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do that. Maybe when we have a really big band, we'll contrast it with a small band.
Yeah, okay.
We'd like to do our
We'll
contrasts.
plan for that.
Yeah,
There we
okay.
go.
We'll just tell each other.
Yeah,
who's doing what. Sweet. Well, don't tell us the names.
Well, we'll just say if it's a big band or a small
Yeah,
band.
let's do
Because
that. And
I like the surprise, personally.
And I'll make sure that none of my reports run a ridiculous length of time.
God.
Hey, Slipknot were really good. Man,
To be fair, I did quite enjoy that.
Corey Taylor, I love you.
Matt's wet for you. Yay!
Man, I got to bleep so much of you this week.
Are you just going to bleep random things again? Or?
I'm going to definitely bleep that sentence. Okay, so, we got anything to say before we leave this week?
Nothing that interesting. Have we got a controversial corner?
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm filling. You think of something while I'm filling. I don't think I have anything controversial this week.
Do you not?
No, do you?
Not particularly, actually.
Usually these things present themselves organically.
Yeah, maybe it's because we're being surprisingly nice to each other this week.
Oh, you said you don't like Bullet for my Valentine.
Right.
That's controversial.
I don't feel like that's controversial. I feel like that's a fairly popular opinion.
I don't.
I think they're from Bridgend.
I don't know them at all. I've never listened to a single one of their songs.
They're not very good, don't bother.
Okay, and now I'm going to though, because I have to know why you hate them.
And To be honest, I think it's not the music as much as it is the principle. I think I just
Okay,
don't like
are you
them.
going to tell me off mic, or are you going to tell me now?
Tell you off mic.
Alright, she'll tell me off mic. Okay, sweet. Right, we will call it for this week. I am Matt. Ah, shit, we didn't do the names.
No, it's a bit late now.
Damn it.
No one
I'm
cares.
Matt.
No.
She's Leia.
I'm self-titled. You can call me what you want.
Dickhead. That's what I'll call you.
Eat well, live less.
What was my one?
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, with the jazz of podcasts. Hold on, we need to have a proper segment for this, so we'll do it at the end of the socials,
Yeah.
okay? We're at Wild Abyss on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on MySpace. Follow us on
Pinterest.
We're on Pinterest. We're everywhere.
There's almost nothing on all of those accounts, but you can find us on there.
It's true. We rarely update anything. Actually, I'm on the Twitter maybe a couple times a week.
Yeah.
To
be honest, the Twitter and the Facebook's the real way to get a hold of us. But
this week, I tweeted at Corey Taylor, hey, hey, I really like you.
Just that.
I didn't do it on my personal account. I did it on the band account.
I love that. Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, and it resulted in us getting followed by like 3 Corey Taylor fan pages.
Ah.
So I was like, oh, okay. We won't say anything else you'll like ever, but sure.
But yeah, there's that.
All right, so we did the socials. What else do we say at the end of this?
I think that's it.
All right, sweet.
I think what happens is you go, what else have I got to say? And then I have to tell you to say the socials, which is what you're thinking of. But you actually remembered.
Did I do the socials?
Yeah, you did. You
Oh.
actually remembered. I'm really proud.
Nice work. Well done, me. Did you just high five your leg to make it
No,
sound
it
like
was a
we
clap.
high fived?
No, it was a clap. It was supposed to
Okay,
be like
do you want a high five?
No.
Alright, well, this is why it's like being friends with her.
This is a warm room.
It is very warm. Right, go for your catchphrase.
Eat well, live less.
Ah, she said it like an idiot. I'll just edit in the previous one. We're the jazz of podcasts. Wait, hold on, I can do a better take.
I was going to say, you don't say it with enough conviction.
We're the jazz of No, it doesn't. There doesn't need to be a pause. How many
it
takes
does.
of this am I going to do?
I think that one was better.
We're the jazz of podcasts. Is that better?
You know no one can see you looking off
But
at
it
the
helps
sunset,
me
right?
emote. It helps. Oh, just non-actors. Am I right, guys? All right, we'll see you later. Bye. No, wait, we spoke over each other.
I thought that was
Bye.
the point.
No. Wait, okay. Is that a new thing? Is that a new thing we're doing? Bye.